Hey, it's Shay, and we need to talk. You know that thing where you're scrolling through leadership content and it's all fine? Generic advice about leaning in and finding your voice and being confident, as if confidence alone pays the bills or protects you from being labeled aggressive for doing exactly what your white male colleague gets praised for? Yeah, I'm tired of that too. So we're doing something different. Starting now. Rise and Thrive is going long form. Every Wednesday, I'm bringing you 30 minutes of the real talk your corporate career has been waiting for. Not the sanitized, one size fits all leadership fluff. The actual strategy, nuance, and truth about what it takes to rise and thrive as a Black woman in professional spaces. Because here's what I know after 20 plus years of organizational transformation work: we don't need more generic advice. We need strategy that acknowledges our reality. We need frameworks that work when you're navigating double standards, microaggressions, and being the only or the first in rooms that weren't designed for you. Here's how this works. Every week focuses on a specific theme. This week, women leaders rising. But we're not just talking about women in general, we're talking about us. Black women, the ones who've been rising despite everything, the ones who are tired of survival mode and ready for the thrive part. We'll dig into 5 key topics: the double bind and how it hits differently for us, pay equity, because the gap is wider when you're Black and a woman, the loneliness of leadership when you can't find your reflection in the boardroom, cultural intelligence and why we've been doing it our whole lives. And yes, vulnerability in leadership, but the kind that doesn't cost us credibility. Each Wednesday, I'm breaking down all of it: deep dives, real scenarios, strategic frameworks you can actually use on Thursday morning. This isn't motivational fluff. This is the blueprint. Now, if you're following my work, you know I've got multiple things happening. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I drop the Unlock, Empower, Transform podcast. That's focused on my book, High Value Leadership: Transforming Organizations Through Purposeful Culture. That's for leaders at all levels who want to transform their organizations. Human resources professionals, executives, business owners. It's broad, it's strategic, it's organizational culture at scale. But Wednesdays are ours. This is where we talk about Rise and Thrive, a Black woman's blueprint for leadership excellence. This is the space for professional Black women who are navigating corporate America and need strategy that gets it, that gets you. And Ask Shay, still happening throughout the week. You ask the question specific to your situation, I give you the unfiltered answers. Let me be clear about why I'm doing this. Because I'm tired of watching brilliant Black women shrink themselves, code switch into exhaustion, and wonder why they're always working twice as hard for half the recognition. Because the leadership advice that works for everyone else doesn't always work for us, and we deserve strategy that acknowledges that truth without making us feel broken. Because you didn't break through every barrier, earn every degree, and prove yourself in every room just to keep playing small. You want to lead authentically, build wealth, create legacy, transform organizations, and do it without sacrificing your sanity, your health, or your soul. That's what this is about. Depth over sound bites, strategy over slogans, real talk over corporate speak. Every Wednesday, you're getting 30 minutes of concentrated strategy, long enough to go deep, structured enough to stay focused, real scenarios from actual corporate environments, the stuff that's happening, but nobody's talking about, in the diversity training frameworks that work in your world, not theory, not idealism, but what actually moves the needle when you're the only Black woman at the leadership table connection to the book, because these episodes are extensions of Rise and Thrive, a Black woman's blueprint for leadership excellence. Think of them as bonus chapters, updated in real-time community, because your comments, your questions, your stories matter. This isn't me talking at you, it's us building something together. This Wednesday, we're kicking off with Women Leaders Rising, and I'm going deep on how the double bind traps us differently and what to do about it. Why pay equity conversations need to get more honest, building support systems when you're lonely at the top, leading across differences when you've been doing it your whole life, and the power of strategic vulnerability, not the kind that makes you a target. Bring your coffee, bring your notebook, bring your questions, because we're not just consuming content, we're building strategy. So, welcome to the new Rise and Thrive. Same mission, helping professional Black women lead with excellence, build sustainable success, and transform their organizations without losing themselves in the process. Just a better, deeper way to deliver it. This is the series that finally speaks your language, the one that gets what you're navigating, the one that refuses to act like your experience is the same as everyone else's, because it's not. And pretending otherwise doesn't serve you. Every Wednesday, 30 minutes. Just us. Here's what I need you to do. Drop a comment right now and tell me, what's the biggest leadership challenge you're facing as a Black woman in your professional space? Be specific, be honest, because your question might become part of next week's deep dive. And if you haven't grabbed your Free Shield Resilience Strategy Guide, do that now. It's in the description. It's the framework that helps you protect your energy while pursuing your excellence. Ready to go deeper? The full blueprint is in my book, Rise and Thrive, a Black woman's blueprint for leadership excellence. Link is below. And if you want hands-on learning with a sisterhood of ambitious leaders, join the Academy waitlist. We're building something special. Remember, you don't just belong in every room you enter, you have the power to transform it. See you Wednesday. Let's rise, let's thrive, let's do this together.